down. Let me just posture up real quick. Talk my ish. You can't guard me. You can't guard me. Point forward, Angel Reese. Shout out to Tyler Marsh. Tyler Marsh has this point forward thing on lock. Tyler Marsh has this Angel Reese point forward thing on lock. There we go. Pushing the pace. Oh.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Tyrone. And today, we got to talk about how Reebok might have made the worst endorsement decision in years. Like, I ain't even trying to be funny. They really gave a signature shoe deal to somebody who's going viral for missing layups, bruh. Dead ass. This supposed to be their comeback. Reebok trying to rise from the ashes, and they picked Angel Reese to lead the way. Fam, y'all ain't ready for what's really going on behind the scenes. There's rumors flying, fans clowning, and low-key, Reebok might already be plotting an escape plan. So buckle up, cause this ain't just about missed shots. It's about how a whole brand might have bet big and got burned bad. Let's get into it.
I might, to be honest with you. Candace Parker, if you want my honest answer, I would probably take Angel Reese over Arike Ongumbawale. I don't even think probably is in my mind anymore. I definitely would take Angel Reese over Arike. Arike is awful.
So let's rewind for a second. Before all the memes, before the missed layups, before Reebok started sweating in the boardroom, Angel Reese was on top of the world, bro. She just came off that national championship run at LSU, flexing rings, doing that "you can't see me" taunt like she was John Cena's long-lost cousin. And the internet ate it up. She had the social media game on lock. Millions of followers, interviews everywhere, commercials, magazine covers. She was the moment. And the biggest thing, that beef with Caitlin Clark. Everybody and mama was tuned in when those two went at it. Angel had the swagger, Caitlin had the range, and it turned into one of the most talked about rivalries in women's sports history, period. So naturally, brands started lining up. Nike, Adidas, Puma, everybody was sniffing around. But it was Reebok that dropped the bag first. Shaq was like, that's the one. She got that star power. He even said she reminded him of himself and Allen Iverson. Bruh, that's a crazy comparison. They made her the face of their new basketball wave. Like, for real, they were dead serious. Already announced a signature shoe dropping in 2026. She was going to be the new face of performance gear. On paper, it made sense. Young, confident, outspoken, marketable. Reebok thought they had lightning in a bottle. But yo, that's the thing about lightning, right? It's wild. It don't always strike where you want it to. Man, listen. As soon as Angel Reese touched the WNBA court, it was like something shifted. And not in a good way. Yo, I don't even know how to say this gently. Shorty started playing like her controller died mid-game. Like, I wish I was exaggerating. But she legit shooting 31.5% on layups. Layups, my guy. Let me say that again for the folks in the back. She's hitting barely 3 out of 10 layups. That's wild. JV players hitting that in their sleep. At 6'3", you supposed to be living at the rim. But Angel, she out here looking like she trying to avoid the basket on purpose. And bruh, it ain't just the stats, it's how she missing. There's this one clip, she missed 4 shots in like 12 seconds. First one, brick. Second one, blocked. Got her own rebound, missed again, then blocked again. Nah, I was watching that like, Ayo, this is real? This ain't practice? People started putting circus music over the replays, slow motion edits. One dude made a compilation called Angel Reese Misses, baller 36 inches. And I ain't gonna lie, I was crying. Even the commentators couldn't keep it together. During one game, dude literally started chuckling on live TV, then tried to catch himself like, oh snap, I'm on air. Let me act serious real quick. Too late, bruh. We heard you. And yo, here's the kicker. Even with all that mess, her overall field goal percentage still looking okay on paper. Like 44.4% for the season. But when most your shots coming from right under the hoop, that's not solid, that's suspect. Other players out here finishing 70 to 80% on layups. Angel out here flipping coins every trip down the floor. This ain't no one-night slump either. This been the whole season. And the worst part, it ain't just fans roasting her anymore. Even analysts and old heads starting to ask questions like, yo, was the hype too real? Or is the pressure just eating her alive? Either way, the internet ain't letting up. And Reebok, they definitely watching, probably with their head in their hands like, bruh, what did we just invest in? All right, so peep game. After months of watching Angel Reese turn the court into a blooper reel, word on the street is that Reebok might be trying to hit the brakes, real quiet like. Now don't get it twisted. They ain't come out and say, yeah, we messed up. Nah, they playing it slick. But if you look close, the signs are there. First off, there's talk that Reebok might be switching the shoe from performance to lifestyle, which is basically them saying, yo, don't actually hoop in these, just wear them with the fit. That's like buying a sports car and then telling folks, don't drive it, just take pictures next to it. Bruh, what? Then there's the folks saying they might delay the launch. Push it back, let the internet forget, let the noise die down. And if that don't work, well, some people think Reebok might be looking for an exit strategy altogether. Like, yo, how do we cancel this contract without making it obvious we regret everything? Because right now, this ain't a shoe deal. It's a public experiment in what not to do when you bet the brand on hype alone. And here's the wildest part. They still got to promote this shoe in 2026. So imagine trying to hype up a sneaker with commercials. Like introducing the Angel Reese 1. Perfect for running back to the bench after missing a layup. Come on, bro. There's no way Reebok gonna survive that kind of smoke. And you know those execs in the boardroom panicking like, yo, somebody call Shaq. See if we got a refund clause in the contract. Real talk, endorsements like this, they ain't just about the player. They about trajectory. Where's this player headed? Are they on the rise? Are they gonna be around in 5 years? And with Reese, this is looking more like a downward spiral than a glow up. So now Reebok's stuck between two bad options. Stick it out and pray for a miracle turnaround, or cut ties and admit they dropped the ball. Either way, somebody losing sleep over this. Yo, I ain't even going cap. Angel Reese, she might be struggling on the courts, but on social media, she thriving, bruh. Like, she out here trending every week. But not for game winners or clutch moments. It's for bloopers. Dead ass, missed layups, a clips of her yelling, you can't guard me, then throwing up bricks. It's all getting clipped, chopped, slowed down, remixed, the whole 9. People out here making full series on TikTok like Angel Reese, Miss Compilation, Part 43. And the wild part, those vids getting millions of views. She going more viral than half the WNBA, but it's all from failure content. It's like she low-key turned into the reality TV star of women's hoops. Not because she's winning, but because she messing up in front of everybody and doing it with confidence. And that confidence is what's keeping her name alive. She's still getting endorsements, still booking interviews, still pulling fans, mostly haters, but hey, views is views, right? It's that weird era we living in where being a spectacle pays off more than actual skill. Like Reese going 4 for 15 in a game gets more clicks than someone dropping 30 quietly with no drama. It's backwards, but that's the world now. So while Reebok's sitting there like, damn, we wanted a hooper, they accidentally ended up with the viral entertainer. And now they stuck with the question, do we lean into the chaos or do we cut ties before this turns into a permanent meme? Cause yeah, she got followers, influence, buzz. But what happens when the crowd moves on? Memes don't last forever. And if all you known for is missing shots, eventually folks stop laughing and just stop watching. Man, here's the real talk. Reebok thought they was getting the next big thing. Someone who could bring the brand back to life, make it cool again, take over the W like AI did back in the day. Instead, they might have signed a highlight in reverse. Because at the end of the day, performance still matters. You can have the biggest following, be the loudest in the room, trend every week. But if you can't back it up on the court, all that clout turns into clown energy real quick. Angel Reese got the energy, she got the style, she got the presence, but what she don't got, at least right now, is the game to match it. And Reebok, they gambled on the game. They bet that she'd grow into a star, that she'd dominate the league, that she'd be the name little girls want to copy on the court. But what we got instead is something else entirely. A player who's more famous for missing layups than making plays. A shoe deal that's looking like a marketing horror story in real time. And a brand that might be scrambling behind the scenes, trying to figure out how to sell sneakers attached to the most memed athlete in the WNBA. So now, the question ain't, will she turn it around? It's, how long can Reebok wait before they gotta face the truth? Cause if this keeps going the way it's going, that 2026 shoe launch is gonna be legendary for all the wrong reasons. And that's the risk when you chase headlines instead of highlights. Sometimes the loudest name in the room ain't the one bringing the wins. Sometimes it's just the one bringing the most noise. Yo, if you made it this far, you already know what to do. Drop a comment. Y'all think Reebok should ride it out with Angel Reese or cut the cord right now before things get even messier? Hit that like button, sub to the channel, and turn on them note eyes so you don't miss the next one. It's your boy Tyrone signing off. Stay blessed, stay real, and for the love of basketball, make your layups, bruh. Peace, 2 hands up.